my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's been a busy Friday, but we are going to continue with all the fun. Now, when it comes to braaiing, the boys love to do all of the hard work, and we want to make sure it's made easy with Woolworths. So let's connect with the gents as they enjoy another braai for your Friday.
Thank you, Yanka.
I love it. This kind of activity means you've got three braai masters trying to decide who's actually going to do the braaiing. So we're going to have to let Chef Clem do it. Under Clem was here. He's the mad scientist behind that meat. So we thought we'd connect you with our mad scientist who comes up with recipes in his dreams.
In the dreams.
Amazing things. I know we love you, guys, because you're behind this incredible selection of meat at Woolies. Yes. We are so spoiled when it comes to a braai weekend, to a big pork weekend. There are so many cuts of meat that you guys hero, and each one is a hero. So walk us through the meat that has got you most excited.
Yeah, so look, I mean, let me talk about, I'll talk about our difference today when it comes to our steaks. So the biggest difference, I'll talk about our free range, which we've got here in front of us today. The biggest difference with us is that our steaks are matured for the minimum of 35 days. That minimum of 35 days ensures that the product is going to be succulent, the flavor is going to be there, and it's just going to eat like $1 million.
And it matters, and it really
absolutely
does
you can
matter.
see that we also guarantee the product to be tender and succulent. So it's just that process that we take the product through from a maturation point of view. So,
when you go to a person's house and taste their steak, if they complain that it's just not soft enough,
I can tell them that it's not from Woolies.
I love it. So we've got the heroes there. We've got a rump steak. We've got our ribeye. Talk us through the kind of seasoned steaks. I love that.
Yeah, so as you chatted, so we've got the primal ones, which I refer to, which are the ones which aren't seasoned, which are the plain ones. The ones that are seasoned, then we've also got them, then we've got a barbecue one, which we've got in sirloin, and then we've got a ribeye one. Sorry, we don't have the ribeye one here, but we've got a rump one here as well. So we've got all three cuts. We've got your ribeye, your rump, and your sirloin, also marinated and also just in plain primal.
I love that because people kind of tend towards their steak.
Yeah.
They like a steak. I'm a ribeye kind of guy.
Okay.
I find it's the best on balance. Some people must have a rump steak on the braai. Other people like Chef Clem must have every steak on the braai.
whole cow. The whole cow. And you know, the thing is, as a chef, we're very excited and always inspired by South African food. And it's because of people like Anda. Every year I get so excited to find out what new delicious goodness is Anda going to be bringing out, and this year has not disappointed by any means. The cuts are amazing, the marinades are sensational. What I also love is Woolies know it's not just about the flesh, you got to have the sides.
Well, it's almost as important to hero the meat. You've got to have a side that lets it sing.
Exactly.
Okay, so what are the sides that we're playing with today?
We've got the iconic potato salad. You can't go wrong with the potato salad. We've got salads. When it comes to Woolies, I love the fact that you can kind of pick salads according to your palate. There's a beautiful selection of what you can get when it comes to salads. And then the newest addition are these amazing pumpkin rings, and these are delicious. I love reheating these on the braai to get a little bit of that smoke.
Oh, yes.
It's delicious. It's delicious, and you got to have a garlic bread. Let me tell you what else we've done.
Okay, please.
So, we've got some garlic mushrooms on the braai. Once it gets like a nice bit of color on it, you're going to use the Woolies roast garlic sauce. And who made this? Because this stuff is so good.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. So it's a bit of a hack. We don't want you to spend all the time busy cooking. Saving the time.
It's nice roasting your own garlic because that was a big hack for me. Yeah, like use the air fryer, roast some garlic, roast your tomatoes, do those things. But when you've got the mad scientists at Woolies, just thinking of the most delicious ways of making life easier for you.
This is how you do it.
This is it. Because roast garlic lands different. It's a different flavor, man.
For sure. And you can already imagine these beautiful steaks that Anda's worked so hard on to get them perfect. Served with this roasted garlic mushroom sauce. You're definitely going to want to add a lot of pepper to this one.
Yes.
It can only be delicious.
And there must be such debate when you guys are thinking about the cuts to go with, the kinds of meats. Because, yes, you want to be trend-driven, but you also need to deliver on what you've been doing in the past.
Absolutely.
So you guys kind of set the trends.
Yes, we set the trends, I say. Look, we look at various trends locally and also, more importantly, internationally. We travel a lot. We eat out at places. You've got to know what's happening out there. Also, just to jump as well, as I said, we do have these steaks here. But if you do go to our Woolies butcher counters, which we've also got nationwide, you're guaranteed to find Wagyu steaks there, which are outstanding. We don't have them at the retail side, but we've got them in our butcher counters. We've got 12 in Western Cape and 28 up in Gauteng.
And it's worth it. If you want to invest in a beautiful piece of meat,
treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Or if you want to buy someone special in your life, something like that, it really is worth it.
It is.
Oh, look
at that bubbling
Stunning.
sauce. I mean, and we made this almost real time. Those mushrooms took a minute to brown off. That. What I do is I like serve it just like this on the table. You want that bubblage served with these beautiful steaks on the side. I mean, you have to let these steaks rest as well.
Yeah, the steaks do need to rest, so you've got to have a couple of things, you know, to kind of let people ease that transition between. But I would recommend with a braai like this, keep it simple. If you're going to have steak, don't have too much other protein.
Absolutely.
Hero the steak, because it really is worth it. On the braai,
Talk to me.
what is the best way? How do you cook your steak on the braai?
I do like when the cuts aren't too thick to
Okay.
go really hard and fast. Yeah, exactly. Get it. But like, you know what? People turn their steaks too quickly. They're scared of a bit of char.
Yeah.
Get a crust on it. Get some flavor. Because once you slice that, you can have minimal amount of char versus meat. Nice and crusty. Big steak, go hard and fast. When you got a thicker cut, that's when I turn a little more often than with the thinner ones. Take your time. You're allowed to turn your steak more than once.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Turn your steak as much as you need to. Do that.
And listen, if you've been braaiing for the last few years, you are your own braai master. And
Absolutely.
you do
Yes.
how you like it. No one comes and tells you how to do anything unless they're an older generation. Then you just got to forget.
And you
it
must
if they
listen to
don't
the
like
worms, eh? Take the
Yeah.
advice from the worms. They also know what they're doing. But Woolies, when it comes to people who know what they're doing, it's guys like Anda and Woolies that just keep on delivering. I've never been so stoked for Braai season before. I will officially try everything that Anda has made
I'm going to
this
make my
year.
mission, but no, the family's away, so I'm cooking for one every
Hey,
night.
that's fine.
One steak a night is just perfect. I'm going to ask you, I know seeing as you're the guy.
Yes.
Okay, and I know this is very much subjective. What's your best steak for the braai?
My best steak for the braai. That's a tough one, yeah, it's a tough one. Very contentious. But I think if it's not a rump, we do have what is called a picanha. Picanha is basically, it's the top cap of the rump here. It's where the fat sits.
That's the
I think
flavour.
one of the best cuts that you could do on the braai. Very underrated, but once you put it on the braai, hot flames, I think the flavor that comes out of there. Strong beefy notes.
And guests are always surprised when they see it on the Braai and they go, what's that?
Yeah.
It is so special. I mean, its size and that shape.
Yeah.
And I always talk about the fact picanha is a great steak when you're serving a lot of people.
Yes.
Because if you have people that like their steaks a little more rare,
yeah.
and you've got a group of people that like their steaks a little
you
more
can
cooked.
grade it.
You
Because
can
it's
give
that-
them the tail end.
Tail end of it. It's the steak that feeds everyone. And you know they say you can't please everyone all the time. With
With the
picanha, you
picanha,
can.
absolutely.
You can.
No, I love that, man. I love the fact that you've got a choice for everybody here. I'm thinking my braai day, next braai day, is going to have no other meat. I'm just going to try a selection of 5 or 6 different kinds of steaks. I know it hasn't rested for long enough, but would you like a little taste? Because
Absolutely. Under, will you do the honor?
Yeah.
Slice.
Which one should I go for? The ribeye hasn't rested enough. I think maybe let's start with this one here.
With the humble sirloin, and I love sirloins because they're perfect. They're great value for money. You get the fatty flavor. They've got some nice marbling. They're a perfect little well-balanced steak. I got to say, I like because of
Clem,
the
you-
fat strip. I do love a rump on the. Oh, look at that.
Look
Done a
at
great job.
that. Whoa.
So as I said, this one hasn't rested enough, but I'm going to take the chance. You've got to rest your steak for at least half the time that you've cooked it for, I think.
Okay.
And don't be shy about resting it. So
Yeah, and I found with a steak, a little gentle reheat won't destroy it if you've let it rest for too long. But if you don't rest it for long enough, your steak is done.
That's called a mistake.
See, I've been in the steak game long enough. I made a mistake.
I love it.
Oh, buddy, on behalf of everyone who braais, thank you, bro.
thank you.
Thank you.
You, your team have outdone it. You've also made these really premium cuts accessible through the pricing as well. So thank you so much. I would, though, really suggest go and chat to your Woolies butcher if you can. Get yourself a bit of Wagyu. We love you guys. This is a boys' braai. Yo. Oh, this looks good.